Hey man, let me out of this car.
Basement. 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 Basement.
Base Wars is coming to Slam. Come out and see some of the loudest vehicles in the world. It will definitely put a smile on your face. Bring the whole family to Lucas Oil Motor Speedway Park June 8th and 9th. If you're a competitor, pre-register and choose Base Wars as your interest in the show.
All right. I'm pretty sure we got sound now, but the poor live stream will not be able to be recorded. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But can you guys hear me now? Are we good? Yeah, I broke it. It seemed like I just tested it right before I came in here, and it worked fine. And then I reset my program. It worked. And then so now it don't work. So basically, when I record this, like if I was to ever want to play it later, I won't have my audio on there. It's kind of frustrating. And I had this problem the other day. All right. How about now? Got anything? Yeah? No? Test, test, test. Yep. audio, don't we? Yeah, cool. Man, no telling. All I did was restart the software. I'm wearing these stupid things because they say it should help me with feedback, but now I have echoes, so I'll try to work with it. So what's up, y'all? I'd say Brandon, he got something going on tonight. Jim does too, I assume. So you guys got me, right? I'm sorry. Those two are a little bit more entertaining than I am. But I do have something to do, some stuff we can talk about. One thing is that alternator giveaway. A lot of you run the lanes this past weekend at, in Indiana and in Florida and, South Dakota. I don't even know where all, but because we had a lot of shows this past weekend. But all of you got registered to be in this drawing for this alternator right here from Tucson Alternators. Isn't that cool? So somebody's going to win an alternator, a 400 amp alternator. It's pretty too. But not everybody. And we also, and I'm sorry that I don't know just yet, but John Kent has donated some stuff from Rogue Audio. Greg has it, and I'll know what it is before next week. Yeah, everybody needs that, all right. But I'll know what John is donating to do also. And this is something that we're going to try to reach out to other manufacturers and see if they want to, do this with us, and maybe we get it to where we can do one, once a month or something like that. Different products. It might be fun. This Saturday in Michigan. Sounds good to me. Hey, Chris, how's it going? A 150.22 with my two 12-inch kicker Solo X's. That's pretty sweet. Two 12s. How much power? They hold a lot of power, y'all. For what, for what they're advertised, they will hold a lot of power. $152 with two plat 12s on 13.6K. Wow. Two 12s with 13,000 watts. Now, 7,900.1. I wonder what you're clamping out of that. And then, man, that's a lot of power too. 13.6K. Is that clamped or is that rated power? What is that, Kevin? I'll tell you a funny. When I first started Base Wars, when it went from being an SQ kind of thing to just an SPL, I thought, okay, I'm going to handicap these builds the way that we do in the team event. And we had old Jacob McCormack. He's out of Biloxi or Gulfport, Mississippi, I think. He come up with a trunk that did a 160. I was like, oh my God, I can't I can't really handicap a wall when I got a trunk beating him, So we abandoned that. But 6,600 per smart fire, 5 wire to 1 ohm. Yeah. Okay. So Rogue is going to give us two 6.5 power sport speakers. I'll have some speakers before next week. Looks like they retail at $400. So that's not bad either. Pretty awesome. In Rogue Audio, they've been making waves. You guys have heard their stuff. Hey, Jessica. Jessica, you should be on here with me. Just saying that out loud. Brandon called in. He called in and says, dude, I ain't coming today. You got to handle it. I was like, okay, I'll turn around. I was headed out of town. I said, well, I didn't want to go anyway. So I turn around and come back. That's why I'm always a little bit late. Just got here. I got no doubt your aunt would take a dive at 0.33. I mean, you just got to laugh, right? Right? What happened? No more stealth class. What happened? Yeah, he probably playing hooky. You right. Yeah, Jonathan, it's been a minute, man. Jonathan is a Georgia boy, right? Dude, what you do? How you do that? Did you cuss, Brandon? What happened? You know what? I should know this, but I don't. But it seems like Rogue is just coming out with subwoofers, but I believe they do make a subwoofer. Not positive, but it seems like I saw one. So I wouldn't want to bust anybody out, but let's talk about your system, RJ. What do you got, man? The reason I say that is let's see. No, he's laying on the couch, not feeling good. It was a long, hot weekend and an emotional one. So he's just there, chilling out, watching us. Isn't that cool? Hey, here's John right here. John, somebody just asked if you have any subwoofers for a daily. Let's see. RJ, 2 resilient sound 12s and a 5Q box. Okay, RJ. So I'm sorry. I try to remember to put these up so the rest of the world knows what we're talking about. So listen, man. So 2 12s, that's stealth, right? And with the power going above 3K, you would go to the next class up, which is whatever that is. I guess that's a trunk class that you're in stealth. So that would bump you to boss class, and no amount of power you put on those subs can bump you past boss class. So cone area is what we go by, and your power can bump you up 1, but no more than just 1. So if you ran in the ninja class, you didn't. It was inaccurate, and you should be in the. Oh, I'm sorry. If you ran in the Godfather class, that was inaccurate. Yeah, no. Just a little mistake. You should have been in the boss class. Power and base wars can only bump you up 1 class. Yep. Hey. John says, yes, the Vandal series subs was designed for a daily beating. Do good work for musical classes like demos. So they do have some subs. Rogue does have some subs. Yeah, that's the boss class. So, listen, I know that with all the BS about that Orion Ant and stuff you've seen from us, the reason we just don't give a crap about that is because we go by cone area. Cone area. Cone area. And so if you've got extra gobs of power, we bump you up 1 class only. RJ, you can put 1,000,000 watts and you're still only going to be in boss class. Yeah. Yeah, and it's okay. No problem. We can fix it. Yeah, you can put what's the biggest amplifier they make? Don't they make a 20K? Somebody make a 30K? Put that on there, and you're still only in the boss class. Yeah. So base wars, I think Man, don't quote me because I don't follow the other awards, but they compete by amp per dB or power per dB. We go by square inch per dB. We're different. It's totally different. Yeah. Yeah. Put that on there, RJ, and go at it. $35K. My God, man. I had 3,000 watts in my car back in the day. It was awesome. I think you should do a GoFundMe. RJ's GoFundMe for his 35K. What amp did you say you're using now? Because you got to be careful about some of those amps. They send signals into your musical stuff, like your subs, that don't look like music. You got to be careful. Sine wave ain't a sine wave. It's more like a sawtooth or a square. Oh, and that fries your subs, by the way. We have 3 clamp classes for the big boys. When I say the big boys, for those people that are really into the clamping or the high frequency stuff, we got 3 pro classes. They are, I guess, technically 6. We have a trunk, a no wall, and a wall. And we have, well, I guess 3. They're called leashed. The leashed trunk, leashed, anyway, and they're 5K classes. That would be boss. 212s. 212s is a 12 is 113 inches, so that's 226 inches. 226 inches in a stealth class fits that is the stealth class, but that tops out at 3K. So you have 6K. You're in boss class, even though the boss class says it tops out at 1. You're actually in the stealth class, and we kicked you up 1, but you can only go up 1, only 1 class. Power can only kick you up 1 class. If you have an 8K that clamps 2800, you really ought to have a very efficient build to be able to compete or buy an amp that does closer to 8K. Right? Eight 12s, man, that's a lot of math for me. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. 19K in a Jeep. Well, I'll tell you something, Brant. Most of these people ain't pushing 7,500 either. They just have big numbers on amplifiers, but the clamp puts a hurt on them. I couldn't find my hat with hair, so I figured I better go with the big ears tonight. Yeah, man. What would you like to talk about? For us, the parking pound is a crowd loud. We have a trunk crowd loud, a no wall crowd loud, and a wall crowd loud. That's what we got right now. And then we got one guy that just blew everybody out the water, and we put him in a class of his own called the GOAT crowd loud. So tell me what you would like to know. The way this works for us is 6 feet away from the vehicle. We put the sensor, but you can put it, the height don't matter. Some of the guys out west, they figured out that if they put that sensor closer to the ground, the numbers go up. Try it, Let's see. 215s. Where'd that go? 2 215s, and the 6Ks, Godfather. If it's a trunk class, 215s, that's 350. Yeah. Yeah. Just barely. Boy, that's close. That just mean me by 1 inch. Yep. That's Godfather. Yep. What you'll do is if you got a 12 squared is 144. So however many you have times that. For us, okay. I don't know about for it's called Parking Pound in Mecca, I think. We don't, ours is called, Demo Wars. My bad. Yeah, I do. I need to get down there, man. I hadn't been down there in a long time. It's time. Let's see. Yeah, slamming. Y'all, this is the loudest 18-wheeler that we have. You're going to see a flyer coming out about it in the next day or so. We're going to do, we issuing a challenge for anybody who can take an 18-wheeler and beat him. We'll see. Pretty cool. It's a pretty truck too. How many people do trunk crowd loud? Man, I couldn't accurately tell you, but I could look it up another time. I just don't have that data sheet pulled up. But if you go onto the website, basewars.org, look at the top 10s, you could find that class and just see even if there's 10 in there. Yeah, I'm ready for slam also, man. Well, I'm getting ready for slam. Let's see. Yep, I saw some of them posted. My son doing those graphics for us now, and he's probably going to do them all tomorrow. So you guys probably see those graphics up tomorrow. What's allowed to cover the people from the vehicle to the mic? I'm not sure what you're asking, Ryan. We've had some people make people walls from the mic to the vehicle. We had some people use a table. Just do you, man. For the most part, People don't like kicker. I don't know, man. Real men run kicker. That's all I know. So they think because a couple of SKUs get sold at Walmart, which is very few, that kicker isn't good. But kicker was in this game, pioneering this game before most of those people were even born. So just don't listen to them. I'd like some bourbon. I'm drinking some kind of Oreo stuff, which is really good, but I like bourbon better. All right. See you, Kevin. Yeah, man, it's been too long. It's been too long. Hey, Bobby, how's it going, man? Seemed like I was just in Omaha for something. I was, just not too long ago. I don't think we had a show there, though, but I was there. I think, so Dan O'Brien, I think, does something up there. I'm not sure. Man, Pride just come on as a sponsor for us. Are you doing is ZV6? Now I'm showing something here. Is that ZV6? Is that not a sundown? Because I don't follow all the classes or the names of the speakers. I don't know them. I've not been following them like you guys have. Like he mentioned, I've been a kicker guy my whole life. Never owned a sub that wasn't a kicker ever. So I don't know. I don't have any experience. I don't know what this ZV6 is. I don't know if that's a Pride, but I know a Sundown makes a ZV6. All right. We already got one challenge accepted. We got an 18-wheeler at Wheel Jam that might can do something. What is the musical classes? Those are our demo awards. Those are our walk around kind, like Park and Pound. And then our musical classes are frequency limited, and they play music, and it's an average for 30 seconds. And that's like hurricane, typhoon, and all that stuff. Man, y'all doing good, man. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with all these comments. I'm going to go faster. Let's see. Yeah, I can check that out for you. Yeah, I can check that out for you probably right now, just because I don't have that data sheet pulled up like I did last week. Yeah. Yep, that was an 18-wheeler with it. We didn't have the trailer hooked up, but it was a full-blown 18-wheeler. You'll see pictures on the flyers coming out. Yep, Brett needs some competition. He's getting too cocky. Yep, Brandon's taking it easy on the caps. On the couch, probably drinking a Mai Tai. Had a rough weekend. Michigan, yeah. There's a Michigan show happening this weekend, I believe they said. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. Right? Yep, I remember that. I got it now. That name change got me, but I got you now. The square sizes. So a square, they're on the bottom of the score sheet. Should you ever look, this is made for you guys. But yeah, so a 12 is 144 inches. So you just multiply that by how many of them you have. Some people may have the 15 now. That's 169 inches. I easy mathed it to 170. And, you know, if you got two of them, multiply it by two. But do you, however. What do the top people get at the end of the year? And why did welfare class get taken off the website? So, so what you're telling me here is there's probably a glitch in one of the classes that got put on there, and that website, it's a spreadsheet, so it only holds a certain number. We wouldn't even publish those because that's not really a top 10 kind of thing, because there's no scores involved really. But if it's not on the web anymore, it's just there's a glitch, and I'll give it some attention now that you said that. Let's see. What did the people get at the end of the year? Not really anything, but what we are going to start doing starting this year is we're going to do like a top 10 and like leave it there forever. So this year's top 10, maybe later we'll wind up doing some kind of award for it, but really should get an award for it. So we probably work on that, to tell you the truth. I think I like that idea. But the main thing is we're going to create a page where, you know, you'll just be there listed in it forever. Base Awards is new, and so our classes have been kind of changing as we grow and as we see what fits, you know, whatnot. But like for you guys to know right now, I don't see any changes coming for next year. Like I think we're finally, if we're not just totally solid where we are, I don't even think there's any changes to be discussed, you know, so I don't think they're going to be changing a lot our classes. So in the past, let's say the stealth class, if we had done that for the stealth class, well, it's changed a couple of times since say 3 years ago. So there's no real good comparison. You wouldn't know what the stealth was because it's changed so much. So it wasn't really point in doing a stealth, you know, top whatever. But I think we're about solid now. It's taken us a few years, but I think we've got our classes kind of written in stone almost. Blanket tarps, yeah, I'm good with that. Just don't yell at the meter under there. And also keep it G-rated. Yeah, tables, yeah. Let's see. My God. Ooh, yeah, man, you guys own it, man. Golly, that's pages. Okay. Yeah, we've been breaking a lot of windshields. I think Brandon broke 4 at his last show. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Got my first kicker sub when I was about 11. Been just running them ever since. The diet. I don't know, man. I wasn't really on a diet. I don't know. I'd like to get skinnier, but I just seem to work through lunch. Does that count? And since I worked through lunch, I started a little snack, a little M&M snack, right? So I don't know about the diet. My tag plate used to say Clarion. I never had the CVX sub. I never did. Yeah. Yep. Been to South Dakota too. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought Dan was closer to the Dakotas. Oh, that's Nebraska. Yeah. I don't know y'all's area that well. Switching to Sundown when Pride just come on as a sponsor. Oh, no, wrong guy. My bad. I was thinking Sam's car. Yeah, I could see that. Got a show set up for August the 31st. Gonna be fun. Pride is a sub I would take if I could afford them. Yeah, man. I got zero negative things to say about Pride. They not just because they sponsor us, but I have not seen one blow. I just personally haven't. I'm sure they do. Don't get me wrong, because we just we put the power to them. They're gonna cook, right? Any speaker is, but they have a 5-inch voice coil. Who does that? They do that. So yeah. So 5-inch. If you blow a 5-inch coil, man, you're doing something. You need to, I don't know, go to school and let's work on some box design or something, man. How do you blow a 5-inch sub? I don't know. I don't think RP wouldn't. I don't even think he'd blow a 5-inch voice coil on the sub. Wow. 412s, yeah. Let's see. You're going to get more competitions due to some rule changes. Well, we don't have a lot of rule changes coming. So one thing I'm considering is since we had such a mess up on the wall no wall thing with the blow through, I'm tempted to make and I shouldn't say that, but I was tempted to make the cut through no higher than the bed rails instead of the box. But I'm not sure I'll make that. I'll have to talk with Jordan and some few others about that. But that's just one consideration I'm thinking about. But let's see. Demo Wars is a copy of Dueling Demos, not all the rules. I didn't even know there was rules in demo in Parking Panel or whatever it is. Dang. My God. Y'all see that? Am I reading that right? Told you them Louisiana boys go hard. Hey, John, how's it going, man? I cannot catch up with you guys. Man, I don't have it pulled up right now. But we can. I'll start giving people that feedback soon. I come up with something for you guys. Let's see. Hey, I like it. I do. Yeah, John, we need a judge down there really bad. It's kind of on me. Greg does a lot for us, and I know you know that. but I just need to be down there and trying to talk with some people. Some guys had lied on us down there and said that we only paid the judges 20% or something like that. And so naturally nobody would want to do it. That's just bad management on my behalf. But sooner or later we get somebody down there in South Florida. John's in Tampa. So, if you're remotely interested in being a judge, we do pay more than 20%. I promise you. This is a rumor they had going around about us down there, but it's not true. But yeah, if anybody in South Florida, actually any Florida almost, I would like somebody around the Tampa area, somebody around the Jacksonville area. I have to really look at our South Carolina because that's close to Georgia. We got a void there. We need a Pensacola area guy. Jordan covers it, but Jordan drives 4 hours to cover it. And that, I just hate doing it. Tina is in North Alabama. It's 4 hours for her if she comes down to the panhandle of Florida or whatnot. So, yeah, we're just weak in that area. So anybody that might be interested in doing that, you will make a little money. You'll have to invest a little bit. But, it's like anything else. If you want to make money at it, you promote your shows, you'll make money at it. If you don't, just kind of go sit and hang, you might not make a lot of money at it. But it's like anything else. You got to work for what you want. If you want to be good, you got to work for it. I promote a lot of the shows. I do the best I can for you. No, that's not true. I could promote more also, but you as a judge is also a promoter, and you gotta promote yourself. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could probably find some plates to make for you guys. Yep. Yeah, we don't really want to do that. We get anybody to sponsor the shows, we'll be happy. Hello, Eduardo. He's another kicker guy, right? There's two in here. Yeah, that's right. We done away with the port because as CNCs get more popular, it's hard to calculate the the area of a fish. You might say that involves calculus, and it's hard enough to get people to calculate length times width. So no doubt you can't calculate the area under a curve. So we did away with the port. All I did is I went through what I thought would be a good port area, and I just added that in to the cone area mix and come up with the classes without the port area. It's been a couple years since I did that. I think we nailed it. Got lucky on the first shot. Yeah. I was coming home last night around 10 on I-10, and I passed Duncan there about Pensacola, I think. Yeah, man, he broke one at our team wars too. He breaks his side windows, don't he? Brad Zink, don't he pop his side ones? Man, we're getting along. I'm hanging for Brandon and them tonight. They was tired, so I take us some slack. Let's see. Amen. I still got my oscilloscope, by the way. I use it. See ya. Man, y'all popping on Monday nights, man. I'm telling you, I can't keep up. Right? No doubt. Me too. I love it down there. Yeah, we got Matt Phillips down there, but from what I understand, the venues are kind of hard to come by. They want a lot of money for them, and since we don't profit a lot of money in baseball, it's hard for us to pay for those. Yeah, I thought about that. That's the reason I kind of kept my mouth shut. But at the same time, you know what? If it's a half inch up, I don't care. If it's an inch up, I don't care. But at some point, where you cut that off. So, uh, like I told, just like with our walls, I refuse to use a ruler to tell me if you got a wall or not. But blow throughs, that's a little different. I got to come up with something for that. It's like this. I like this, but if somebody builds a box and it's and it's even, and then they cover it with some vinyl, and then it's not even slightly above, I'm not going to put that person in a different class because of that. I'm just not. That's just ignorant. And I got to find a way to either make a limitation for that, but I haven't figured it out yet, but we will. That sounds like mega fun. He was tired. A good friend of his passed away. And so they just need a day off. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. I got you. Hey, hey. I finally caught up to the comments. So, you know what? We talked about awards a little bit earlier. I'm gonna share a screen with you. It's time to pick out something. We did a traveling team trophy, but I've been trying to get the one we have back for a little while, and the teams I don't think they're going to honor the tradition. So it's time to just purchase another. So I'm going to let you guys help me pick out another trophy. I can't find the exact one that they have, but I thought it'd be a good idea. Maybe you guys can give me your thoughts. Can you guys see okay? Let me see if I can blow it up a little bit. I think it can. We might have to do a little scrolling, but yeah. So this is for our traveling team trophy. And what this is supposed to be is those points you guys get. If you're on a team, they add up. These teams that become members, this is kind of what you're going for. So this is the trophy we had. Let me see if I can do two screens. Let me stop that one. Let me show you what we're replacing. Share screen, window. Okay, this is what we're replacing. I really liked this one. It was very expensive, but man, it felt good. Two-tier right here. Kind of awesome. I really, really liked the trophy, but I cannot remember where I bought it. So it was really expensive too. As you're fixing to see, these are pretty expensive. So that's the one we're trying to replace. And let me find this window. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. So when I scroll, we don't want one with a basketball on it, right? So I'm gonna be watching, and you guys kind of just talk to me about what you think you might like. Let me blow it up a little bit more. Will that work? Okay, yeah, we'll just be less of them, but yeah. So I'm watching the comments. So this one is the closest one I've seen to what we had, but it doesn't have the indentions. Here's the silver one right here. but it doesn't have the indentions that the other cup had. So I can't make up my mind. But it's time to get on with the getting. I've been trying to get the other one back for a long time, and I just gotta know when to say when and move on. But what are you guys thinking? This is for a traveling team tournament. So the team will get it. I want it to be a cup, and the teams will drop something in there. I think the first guys put like a little keychain in there that had their team name on it. We didn't get it from the second guys, but it's made to travel. So your team will get it this year if you win it, and then you will give it back next year, and another team will get it. It's just traditional, kind of like the Super Bowl, kind of like those trophies. And that's what I'm trying to do, trying to create something fun. This one looks pretty cool, but with that money right there, it's probably too small, But let's just look. I like that cup, but let's see. Let's click on it and see. I think that one won't. That little base ain't gonna work. 15-inch, 17, 20-inch might work, but we'd have to add another base to it. So that's an option. That's an option. I don't really like these really boxy looking ones here, but we could probably buy us a base. This is kind of hard to find. And on this website here, I thought this is where I got it, the last one, but it wasn't apparently because it's not on, or either it's discontinued. Let's see. Not much to choose from. They're hard to find, man. I'm telling you, they're not easy to find. But I think this is the one I'm leaning towards, and I don't have the picture of the other one up. But what I had done is I went and carried it to a printer, and he made us labels for each corner. So the way it worked was we had a label on the front that had the current team, and then on the back we listed the previous team. And so 20 years from now, there'll be on all four sides, or all three sides, with exception of the front, there'll be listed all the teams that had it, what year they had it, that kind of thing. And it's made to travel around. But I just don't like that smooth look. What about you guys? I ain't seeing much in the comments. You guys not interested in picking out a trophy, or should I just abort this, or what you think? We shall talk to you later, sir. I could hand make one, but it was pretty nice to be able to just cut to have a decal made. Yeah. I think so too, man. I think so too. We just got to find us another good one. I wish I could remember where I got the other one, but it's just too far gone in my memory. I'll keep looking, but can't. Yeah, that's true. I guess I forget that a lot of you guys watch this on your phone. I'll just pick some out, and we will make them bigger and take some pictures. I'll try to find some options for you guys to pick from. I'm tired of looking at them. I've been looking at them for days now. And they all start to look the same. So what about you guys, man? Y'all got any more questions? We're just going good for a minute with all those comments. I couldn't keep up with them. But if you don't, man, we'll make an early night. I'll go to bed early. Could you see him, Robert? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep scouring for one like what we had. The other one, I'll pop it up one more time. I'll show you what I liked about it. Let's see. Share screen. So what I like is that, it's got these indentions right here. It's got these handles over here, these little cup things, got a little gold mixed in. It's not just simple and plain. This one was more expensive than those, I think, but it looks better too. So I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind spending that money on something that we really like, but I like those indentions. It just looks better in the gold. So if I could, I just can't find that exact one, and I want it. Yeah, if you turn your phone sideways, I think the comments go away. Yeah, it was fancy, man. It was nice. It was nice. Well, what you guys think, man? Y'all got anything else you like to talk about? I'm just covering for these guys. I didn't really have a plan. Of course, I never really have a plan, but I always usually have a Jimmy. And with Jimmy, you don't have to have a plan. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What's this? To get the team trophy back, make it to where the team had it, turn it back in to get their scores counted. Yeah, that's hard to police. No, man, I didn't even know about it. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. I think I don't know. We're not gonna make a big blanket rule, just like we don't do for anything else. We're just gonna try again, Right. Well, got to make that money. Me too, man. I'm getting ready also. Speaking of Slamology, y'all, I'm excited to tell you we did not win like the most entries, which is what I was going for. You guys compete. As businesses, we compete too. But we did not win the most entries for any org, car audio org, but we wanted to, but we didn't get there. But we did double our entries from last year to this year, more than double. So that's exciting. Let's go do one other thing. Right. Well, Robert, I'm with you, man. I can't retire with Base Wars. Maybe later if we keep growing, but yeah, I still got to work too, man. But I would rather be playing with a CNC and some vinyl and some leather and some suede, and some lights. It's a lot more fun. Yeah, man. I'm really, really surprised. I'm excited. We strong over 50% growth. More, I guess 100%. We have doubled so far everything we did from last year. This year, I suspected that would slow down because, as you get bigger, there's only so many competitors, right? But as you get bigger, you get kind of closer and closer to the top number of competitors that is. So you could expect that our growth to slow down, but it hasn't yet. I'm really, really, really surprised. This will be the fourth year we've doubled in every metric that we keep up with. Yeah. So that is kind of fun to watch. But I won't lie to you, it's also kind of a pain to keep up with. And I don't mean just keeping up with the stats. I mean keeping up with all these judges. Like I told you guys the other day, if they don't have their awards, it's because Billy screwed up. Right? Rarely is it the occasion that they told me about that they needed them too late. Most of the time it's Billy forgot to mail them, and here it is 2 days, and they're like, hey man, I don't have any awards yet. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot. And then I have to go and pay a lot of extra money to get them there on time, or else I say, oh no, that's too much. They let them print out some slips or something. This would be a question for John Kent, actually. We just do shows with John in Florida right now, and a couple other people, but I don't know of any that we have in June. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, man, that makes doing work fun. Right? That's cool. I got a nickname. Tell her I said hello. Right? Ain't we all? But yeah, most of the time, if the judges have a hiccup, it's kind of on me. I'd say 90% of the time. Well, come on, guys. If you guys ain't got nothing else, I'll call it early night. I'm glad you tried us, man. I appreciate you for that. Yeah, we're growing. And we hope to keep growing. I do have some exciting things coming that hopefully will make it really, really grow. Man, y'all, I told you guys a little bit about it. I hadn't told everybody about it, just not time yet, but I'm pretty confident I have found a way to allow Base Wars to be able to pay you guys money, and like say, kid you not, 120 grand a year to pay back to the competitors. But we'll see. But I found a way to do it. Whether the competitors will want to do it or not, I don't know. But the team events was a taste. Summer showcases in June. I think we usually do that one, but I've not heard from. I think that's Melanie Hokel. She's the one that usually contacts me about that one. I don't think I've heard anything about it, and if I have messed that up too. So, right, it would cost you a little bit. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, look, next week I will have some photos of this stuff that John's given us. And don't forget about this little alternator giveaway, or I say big alternator. That's 400 amp alternator. This is all taking place on Thursday night, June the 20th. We're gonna draw for that. Yeah. So, right, that's 30K profit. That's not a bad year, man. So yeah, we have some cool things coming. How you enter, just run through a Base Wars lane. That's it. That's all it takes. So if you guys got a show this weekend and you run through a lane, you're entered. It does. So I'm gonna touch on. Hope they don't get mad at me, but I'm gonna touch on just a little something about Slamology and probably any other show. John could probably weigh in on this. If you're being fair to the show promoter, you got to be careful. Like, so originally we were going to do this drawing at Slam. It was going to be a Slam thing, but what that wound up doing is making Pure Power get advertisement, you might say, at Slam, where they don't pay for an advertising spot. So they'd be kind of piggybacking in off of us, right, for this. And so that's kind of a no-no. John probably would second that. I get it. So we couldn't just do it because these people didn't even know about Slamology. And so for them to pay extra money for a show they didn't know anything about, this probably wasn't going to happen. So what we did is we made this just a month-long thing to where no matter what show you do, you're entered in it. Well, John says he would allow it. So maybe we can talk John into doing this with us at his next show. Donate us a little something. Maybe we get somebody else to donate something and do it, per show. But I understand the show promoters, lack of want to do it because, you know, they make money by, you know, sponsors and vendors and stuff like that. So if you got somebody getting sponsored at your show where they're not paying a penny for it, that's tough. You know, I can just, and let's not forget, they've done it for 20 or 30 years, Slamology. They've probably been around the block before and got their reason for it that I may not fully know. So John could tell us. He's also a show promoter. John does all the bigger shows in Florida, Rogue Audio. But he also puts on, him and some partners of his, puts on 3 or 4 shows at least in Florida, I think, around the Tampa area. Yep, you do have to be a Base Wars member. That's right. So, but anyway, yeah, just run through the lanes and then you're entered to win that alternator. And I don't know if we're not going to do a different date to draw for John's stuff. We could, or we could do the same date. We hadn't really talked about. Me and Greg's been talking about. We've both been busy, and we only get to talk half sentences before we have to get off the phone and go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll say this too. Lots of you run most of our people run more than one class when they run Base Wars. So if you enter 2 classes, that's 2 entries. Yeah. Hey man, I did call you back again. And when you called me, I was slammed and then I forgot. But we need to get on that. Oh, dang, we got royalty in the house. Matt, look, you guys know Matt. Everybody knows Matt. Matt got the biggest smile, and every time I think about Matt, I smile bigger. It's like I smile like this, you know. But when I think about Matt, my smile wants to get my teeth out there, right? Just don't work for me though. But yeah, Matt's got a big old smile, right? That's cool. We'll see you there for sure. Yeah. But anyway, fellas. Okay, so Brandon's going to give me a buzz. But yeah, I'm going to knock it off for the night unless you guys got anything else you'd like to talk about. I'm willing to answer anything you got to say or got to question me on. I'd like for you to have the knowledge. Yep, 712 Boone's coming. If any of you have not been to there, this is probably where Children of the Corn was filmed. You camp in this field. They got a bar. They got like volleyball courts, outdoor shower. That's fun, right? Burnout little sections for motorcycles. They got a stage with band and music, a bar there so you can drink. And then there's this big cornfield where I don't know if anybody's really been brave enough to go stomping up through there, but it is a fun time. That will be a Jordan thing. I think it's the first Friday of every month unless they have something go on. They usually get a permit, and I think they didn't last time. So I don't know. I could probably just have Jordan reach out to Eddie on that one. But I'm sure they haven't told me any different. So we've been doing it for probably 5 years now. Well, I was close, right? And I figured it's in Louisiana somewhere, but yeah, okay. I'm not sure this show. Which show is it? I don't know. I don't know this one. I would play some mood music for you guys, but probably put me to sleep. Who all went to Made of Steel? I saw Brad in here earlier. I know he went. Of course, Stacy and Greg. Let's see. Anybody who went to Made of Steel this past weekend? Anybody? Anybody in here? Brett's probably gone to bed already. John would love to have some feedback. What you thought about it, you know? Yep. Well, John, I'd say we got low-hanging fruit here. Right? From the post I saw, I just saw good things. I saw that you posted something, John, that like you was addressing something, but I didn't see. I personally haven't seen anything about that. I saw nothing but people having a good time posting videos. My daughter graduated Friday night. We had a party for her on Saturday, so I didn't get to come. Hey. I bet Jimmy's grinning from ear to ear. But he's got them subs already in his truck. All right, guys. Well, I am going to get off here. But you guys, this is John Kent. He runs Made of Steel and several other shows down there. And if you talk to anybody that went to the Made of Steel show, he would love to have feedback. John, I'm sure, is an entrepreneur. He's he's one of the founders of Rogue Audio, and I think he was with Crescendo for a long time. But any entrepreneur, they put their baby out there and they allow the world to criticize it. And they got thick skin. But the most important thing for them to do is get good feedback from you guys, because if we don't hear the good and the bad, we don't know what direction to take our product. So I'm sure John wouldn't mind if y'all sent him some feedback on that show if you went. Yeah, sure, he wouldn't mind. We all love to get it. Even these really crappy posts where the keyboard warriors all get involved. I read all that stuff that I can or that I find, and I love getting the feedback from it. Most of the time, you can kind of read between the lines as what's BS or what's somebody's emotional BS versus what would be a legit concern, you might say. And but you can usually find a few nuggets of stuff in there, of good stuff. I mean, it might be bad, but it's good feedback for you. So, yeah. Well, all right. I'm going to play you guys a little exit video. And I hope you enjoy your evening. And I thank you for listening to me babble while Brandon sat on his couch drinking Mai Tais. No, maybe he doesn't drink. So maybe he was drinking water, right? And I don't know where Jim is tonight, but I hope they did get him a night off, get him a little rest. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me tonight, but I'm going to let you go now. Oh, cool. Yeah, Tony had a good show. Yeah. But so I'm going to let you go. And I think Dan and Melissa will be back with you guys Wednesday night. So we'll see you guys then if I can find my little video. Jimmy normally does this. I don't. So let's see. Here you go. All right. We'll see you guys later.